Yo, 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 man, it's your boy Keto Media, and listen, I'm back again with another one. In today's discussion, we talking about Jada Pinkett Smith. Hold up. So you already know that incident that went down at the Academy Awards 2022 on March 27, 2022, when Will Smith walked on stage and slapped Chris Rock. And you didn't forget when Chris Rock was hosting and made that joke about Jada, calling her G.I. Jane, which instantly set everything off. Now, Jada had already opened up about dealing with alopecia, which is a condition that causes hair loss. But here's the twist. Hold up. People are saying the story gets more complicated because Jada later claimed she and Will weren't even together at that time. So she was left questioning why he reacted the way he did.
I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. I'm like, what is going on right
keep
now?
my wife's name
out of your mouth, right? And I'm like, but now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on. Chris looks to me and he says, Jada, I meant no harm. Now I'm just out of it because I'm really worried about
And what's Will doing? He's just sitting there?
And Will's still talking. He's like, he's still, because now he's mad because Chris is talking to me. And I go, Chris, this is about some old That's all I could think to say, right? And I couldn't really take in his apology.
You became the bad guy. Look what Jada made him do. Jada rolled her eyes and look what he did. He ran up there and hit Chris. Poor Will. That's what the narrative became.
Yeah.
So poor Will because of
the adulterous wife.
Yeah.
Who forced him to go to the table and sit there, you know what I mean? And now look at what she's done. She has the power with an eye roll to make him go up and slap somebody on stage.
And honestly, I don't even know what's going on anymore, but it really looks like Will Smith would do anything he can just to hold on to whatever's left of his marriage. Now hold up. Chris Rock even took this situation to the stage and joked about the whole slap incident, while also referencing past rumors involving Will allegedly being cheated on with August Alsina. And let's be real, this is already a messy situation from every angle. Jada Pinkett Smith herself has also spoken publicly about what happened between her, Will Smith, and August Alsina, which only added more fuel to the fire. Now listen, before we get deeper into all these clips from Chris Rock's comedy set and Jada's side of the story, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. All right, let's get into the details.
Getting smacked by Suge Smith, he know he could beat. That is some ass shit. Years ago, his wife said I should quit the Oscars. I shouldn't host because her man didn't get nominated. So then I do some jokes about her. Who gives a? That's how it is. She started, I finish it. That's what the happened. Nobody's picking on this bitch. She started this. Nobody was picking on her. For people that don't know, what everybody know, Will and his wife was her son's friend. Now, I normally would not talk about this, but for some reason, these just put that on the internet. I have no idea why two talented people would do something that low down. What the? We all been cheated on. Everybody in here have been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. None of us. It's like, hey, I was sucking somebody else's. How did that make you feel? Everybody in the world called him a. Everybody called that man a. Charlemagne called him a. The Breakfast Club called him a. The View and the Talk and every rapper, Drink Champs called him a bitch. Everybody called him a bitch. Everybody called him a bitch. Everybody. And who's he hit? Me. I know you can't tell on camera. Will Smith is significantly bigger than me. We are not the same size. Will Smith does movies with his shirt off. You've never seen me do a movie with my shirt off. If I'm in a movie getting open heart surgery, I got on a sweater. Will Smith played Muhammad Ali in a movie. You think I auditioned for that part? People like, did it hurt? It still hurts. But I'm not a victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gail crying. I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. And now, I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped. Got me rooting for Massa, okay? And a lot of people go, Chris, how come you didn't do nothing back? Because I got parents. That's why. Because I was raised And you know what my parents taught me? Don't fight in front of white people.
You tell, can I tell the little twist part?
Yeah, you tell the little twist
part. Set it up, because this one I was ready to throw my book across the room. Go ahead.
So, you know, everything came out and I was like, oh, I got to take myself to the table. Like now mind you, Will and I were not together. We hadn't been together. 2016. And I decided I'm going to take myself to the table. Will says, I want to come to the table with you. And I was really surprised, and I was like, wow. He's like, I don't want you to be at the table by yourself. I want to support you. And so I was like, oh, okay. So he comes to the table, and you know, I try to just, you know, and this is a really complex moment. We come to the table, and Will's not ready. He's not ready. And he's kind of backtracking. And he's going through this motion. And I'm like, so I'm like, well, I'm going to have to speak my truth. But I'm also going to protect you. So if I got to look like the adulterous wife to make sure you're good, I'm going to do it. Y'all. So, and that wasn't the case. But I wanted him to be okay. Now, also in that moment, two things. As I'm moving forward, I'm also moving backwards. Because of what I realized at that moment, I got in my martyrdom bag. And what that is for me is, I hadn't quite learned how to love myself and not leave Will on the side of the road. And I hadn't learned how to love Will and not leave myself on the side of the road. And in that moment, because I felt so bad that he was in this situation, I decided I'm gonna love you, Will, and I'm gonna leave myself at the side of the road. And I wouldn't have known that that was an aspect that I needed to heal if it hadn't been for my kids, my mother, my friends were so hurt that I had done that to myself.
Yeah, because they actually asked you afterwards. Now, mind you, smart businesswoman, they own their content. She could have it.
Yeah.
She could have said, "Oh, heck no, this didn't work as planned."
Yeah.
But you did it anyway.
Yeah, my manager, Miguel, Ellen Rakuten, who's the producer, they begged me. My PR, my Karen Censor, they all begged me. They were like, please don't do this. Please don't do this. And two things, I was like, I needed people to know. First, I wasn't going to be emotionally blackmailed. I was like, hold up. I'm going to put myself out there. You ain't got the period. And on top of it, I want Will out. I don't want him part of this. Okay, I'm the bad guy. I'm the worst. Great. Let's be done with it. I wanted it done. You got your answer. I'm the adulterous wife. Let's be done. And let's move on. You know, as to get him through it, the family through it, let it go. Right? And, but I had to learn. That was a big learning moment for me. I wouldn't have been able to see that aspect of myself that needed to learn that I could love myself and love others, that we could all be on the road together. Which why this book was so important too, because I'm not leaving nobody on the side of the road, you know, including myself for once, right? You know, and that's a big part of my healing. big part of my healing.
So we don't have much more time, but you brought something up earlier that I think we need to hear from you on. And you said it.
All right, just to get my full feedback on this situation, man, sometimes it's really hard to tell if Jada Pinkett Smith even genuinely feels the same way about Will Smith for real. I just saw recently where she said she's actually at peace now because Will doesn't live in the same house as her. Eventually, she says she wants him to move back in, but at the same time, she's still saying she's at peace with how things are. So it really makes you question, what kind of marriage is this? Or are they really just living separate lives at this point? You all let me know how you feel about this whole situation down below in the comments. And people are really debating whether Jada is being toxic in this situation or if it's just one of those complicated relationships where it is what it is, man.
You got to lay the law down. I said, well, shit, what you want me to do then? She said, I want you to fuck me for 4 to 5 hours. I said, 4 to 5 hours? She said, yes. I said, baby, let me tell you something. You want me to